Nori over here being demanding already. Kid, ways to make him. You're gonna be happy. Okay. We set.
I'm ready. And go. And three, two, one.
Got you.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and you want to go to Nori's page? It's gonna be up there.
Yep.
No, you can see it on my page.
You blocked her.
Yeah,
What?
every so often she do something stupid. I just block her.
I just cannot. I can't deal.
Yeah. About sometimes you gotta have your peace of mind and yeah, I just block her. What are you being nosy for and you're not supporting?
You know we live on Facebook while y'all in there
Yeah.
talking. You can't.
Okay. We oh my God, my permission thing on my page
We
ain't letting me do
live
it
on
too.
Facebook and y'all are really in there
Okay.
talking too.
Okay. Well, let's get started. Here we go.
I'm ready. Did you get them pictures?
Yep. Yeah, it's going down right here. Man, it's going down. You know what time it is.
You
Fitness by
already
Nori.
know.
My main girl is in the house. What's going on, Nori?
What's going on, G? How are you?
Man, hanging in there, man. We had a hell of a last 3 days, haven't we?
Oh my God, it's been something serious. It's about to go down though on this lunchtime power hour
Oh
with your
yeah.
girl, Miss Butterfly Beast of Fitness by Nori. We about to act crazy up in here. G, what did you do for these 3 days?
Man,
Sitting up in the house?
yeah, I
Did you
mean,
do nothing?
it was freezing. We had ice skating and all that throughout the city. Um,
You ice skated throughout the city?
I mean, I just sat still because everything just could have been worse. My battery went out on my truck.
Oh wow, because it was so cold.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and and I really don't move my truck as much, and
So
that's
that's what
not a
I did
good thing.
yesterday. I started, I have the keyless start or whatever. So
Yeah,
I started my car from the house yesterday and I
you
did
keep your
it
car in the garage,
and
right?
I did it again today. Nope.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No.
So yeah, that went out. The front of the studio, the heat went out.
Oh my goodness.
Luckily, I got a secondary unit in the back, so I was able to open the doors, and the heat kind of came to the front. I got a portable heater,
Okay.
that I use in the front if something like that happened. But I mean, it could have been terrible if
Right. I know at one point you was like, forget it. I'm just gonna go to the house.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it just. But I toughed it out. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Because
good.
once I seen how bad it got, there was nowhere I could leave. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? It just
It had got
was,
real
yeah,
bad.
I was jammed up here.
Yeah.
And then when I went to get in my truck, it wouldn't start. So I'm like, that's even worse because what if all my lights went out and everything? I can't even get out of here.
Yeah.
I'd have been jammed because
Yeah.
it ain't like I can call anybody to come to get me out the situation. So it just would have been, I'm sure AAA was like, it's nothing they can do because they probably were
Yeah, I'm sure they had a
overwhelmed.
lot of people.
Yeah, they were overwhelmed. You stuck in a studio. They just say stay there. You
Yeah.
safe.
Just stay there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I didn't do anything either. I mean, it's this weather had us on shutdown. We didn't have any classes and everything. So I normally do trampoline classes on Monday nights at 7 p.m. So they closed on Monday. The DeSoto Recreation Center closed on Monday about 5 p.m. So I
Yeah.
didn't have the trampoline class on Monday night. So they were closed Tuesday and Wednesday. They opened up, I believe, at like 5 o'clock or something like that on Thursday, something like that. But anyway, so I reached out to my core group of people and was like, hey, how y'all feel about driving on this? And everybody was like, I don't feel comfortable in driving on this. You
Yeah,
know,
and
some
I'm
of them
glad
was
you
like,
didn't.
yeah, some of them was like, it's still bad in our neighborhood and this and that. And so, you know, for me, it's safety first. I would rather have you safe in there next week versus trying to get there today or whatever. So I was like, all the classes are canceled. Let's just pick up on Saturday. So we will have classes tomorrow, Saturday morning, starting at 7 a.m. with Circuit and Total Body Experience start at 8. Most of them come at 8. We've been having some soldiers pop up in there for both classes at 7 and 8 o'clock. You know, shout out to Julian, shout out to Renee. Chris did it one time, you know. So shouts out to those folks that's doing a couple of classes. I know Takardi, she does like 2 classes during the week sometimes. So shouts out to y'all. Keep up the good work, the hard work. But y'all make sure y'all share this. Share. Please share it. Let us know that you shared it, and we'll kick you a shout out right here on live right now. Share, please. You never know who this may help. Today's show is gonna be really, really good. Last week we did ways to make women happy from Nori's perspective, and G kept cutting me off, you know, want y'all to deal with them dogs and stuff like that. Today we gonna do ways to keep men happy from Nori's perspective,
No
okay?
doubt.
And G gonna jump in there and he
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
cut me off too. But
Yeah.
anyway, guys, I don't know if you guys saw the pictures that were up just a minute ago. Make sure you come to the classes. We have classes Monday through Thursday. 5 a.m. and 7 p.m. Monday through Thursday. And then we have classes on Saturday mornings at 7 a.m., which is Circuit, and 8 a.m., which is Total Body Experience. So
Hey,
make
let me
sure
ask
you
you a
guys
question.
come out. Yes, sir.
When the storm went down, were you by yourself? Was the baby
See,
and everybody there?
oh, I was about to say, see, sometimes you be all up in my business. And
I'm just
but yeah, baby and her mama was at home. Mama had to work from home. My sister, she ended up working from home. So baby was able to stay at home with her. And yes, I was unfortunately I was by myself.
well. This is what I'm leading to. There's a lot of men out there that looking for a good woman that can ways to keep their man happy, and you are that type of woman. And I'm just trying to get these guys to
You know what, you
recognize.
always trying to auction me off.
Yeah, yeah. You know, I'm trying to get you. Listen, you get a subscription to GFN Radio and all that. You know, you get my latest mixtape straight up. You know, whoever wins the auction, you'll be set for life when it comes to music and stuff like that. But yeah, you sitting in the house by yourself. There's too many good women out there that's sitting home by themselves in emergency situations like this.
But
You,
let me
you
tell
should
you
have had a
something.
man with you.
They sit home by themselves, and the men, they want to get involved and get all active when it's cold outside because they want somewhere to, come and cuddle up or whatever.
Well, it's
Hey,
a start.
I don't need no bosom buddy. I don't.
It's a
I want
start.
somebody that's trying to reciprocate and trying to have something in life. We can
I
do
know
something
I
together.
know you're a killer, but you can't shoot ice and snow. You need that man there to huddle up. If the heat go off, y'all can you can create heat.
A hot mess. Listen, y'all, I want to kick a shout out to G. G has been bitten by the Fitness by Nori bug.
Oh yes,
And he has significantly dropped weight.
yeah,
He won't stand on the scale right now. He started out at what you say, G, 230?
yeah,
He started out at 230. He won't stand on the scale right now, but I know for sure, that shirt he got on is too big.
Yeah.
His stomach has gone down.
Yeah.
The shoulders and stuff is all sticking out or whatever. Like you
I
need
looked
to-
down and I seen something I didn't know I had in a while.
Anyways, so I done told, listen, Fitness by Nori believes in all aspects of life, okay?
Yeah.
We're multifaceted people. There are different things that you have had your whole life, and you're supposed to be able to use those things, and you've been able to, you've gone on for a long periods of time without using it. We need to bring things back to life. You know what I'm saying?
I'm feeling kind of feeling kind of Shamar Moorish.
You feeling kind of frisky?
You know how what's my man, the light skinned dude that plays?
Shamar Moore?
Yeah, I kind of feel like that a little bit. You know,
You a hot mess.
Yeah.
Listen, but y'all, he done lost some weight.
Yeah.
G doesn't eat any sugar anymore.
No.
He hadn't drink any soda, and the last time we said it was 3 weeks, so it's been
It was
about
before
4 or
Christmas.
5 weeks now.
Yeah, a week before Christmas.
A week before Christmas.
I cut the sodas out.
Okay. So he's not eating the candy and the cookies and drinking the sodas and all of that. He's eating oatmeal. When I come over here and I'm getting ready to get started or whatever, he's like, hold on, let me get my oatmeal, do his thing.
Yeah.
So you know what? I'm so proud of you. Yeah. And I just keep giving him tips and tools to do, and we just gonna see how it go.
Yeah, I'm gonna start coming up to work out.
I was about to say, hopefully we'll see you in class soon.
Yeah. I didn't want to fall in there with my belly big and I'm looking all out of shape. My breast is the size of a young teenager. I just need to fix myself up before I step into that game. So now I'm getting back,
God.
ladies, I'm semi-fine. You know what I'm saying?
Semi-fine.
Yeah, I'm not going to get carried away. I got work to go.
Help, Lord. Help, Lord.
But I'm getting there. You know what I'm saying? Just give me a little time.
Hey, Murdy. Hey, Terrell.
Murdy, Terrell, what's going on?
So y'all know my sinuses have been acting crazy. It's draining on one side, tight on the other. So if I start snorting or whatever, y'all count it against the weather. Don't count it against my heart, all right?
So get you a man to suck that snot out. Remember how mothers used to do that thing? Remember how mothers used to do the thing with the little babies and suck that snot out there?
Ew.
Yeah, we'll get you a man.
Just ew, okay? Y'all make sure y'all share, all right? So, G, a couple of things in the news this week. The eye drops, they've had an eye drop recall.
Really?
Yeah. The makers of Ezra Care Artificial Tears said it was recalling the eye drops after U.S. health authorities linked the product to a drug-resistant bacteria strain. The manufacturers of the brand over-the-counter eye drops said that it was recalling the products after it was linked to a drug-resistant bacteria strain that has caused at least one person's death and 5 loss of vision. So the reason why I talked about this or whatever, because I know we got a lot of people that do, some of their little recreational whatever.
Yeah.
And then they use the eye drops to kind of clear up their eyes when they're getting ready to go and do stuff. So you want to make sure that you are not using at least the Ezra Care Artificial Tear brand. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention has advised people to stop using this particular eye drop brand.
Ezra Care?
Yeah, Ezra Care. Ezra Care, EZRI.
Is that a black company?
Oh, I don't think so.
You sound like you got an old clip.
But the Center for Disease Control and Prevention has advised people to stop using this particular eye drop as the agency investigates the outbreak of the strand of this particular bacteria. So, guys, we don't want you going, doing your little and then going blind, all right? Yeah. Or potentially losing your life or whatever.
Yeah, just spend money on Visine, the high quality people that's been around for years.
Well, we ain't never heard no problem with Visine.
Yeah, so here Ezra Care come out, they probably about $1.96, and people want to save, the $1.99, instead of spending $3.49, they go to that cheap thing. That's it. When you see something new, give it time to prove itself. Don't just be the first one to be the test dummy and go out and buy it. Oh, my God.
Oh, test dummy.
Yeah.
All right. The second thing that I wanted to talk about in the news is Tyree Nichols. That was the young man that was killed by the 5 Memphis police.
Yes.
He had an emotional homegoing this past week where his mom called it unimaginable. Al Sharpton and Vice President Kamala Harris attended the service. It was on this Wednesday, the 1st of February, at the Mississippi Boulevard Christian Church, along with Tamika Palmer, which is Breonna Taylor's mother, and Philonise Floyd, which is George Floyd's brother. Tyree's mother, her name is Rovon Wells. She said that her son was sent here on an assignment by God, and that he fulfilled his assignment and now he's gone home. Al Sharpton gave the eulogy. Ben Crumpton delivered a call to action, and Vice President Kamala Harris, Kamala Harris gave a brief remarks calling Congress to pass the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act. So, guys, it's so much going on right now. And then they said that the 3 people that the EMTs that went to serve to take care of Tyree Nichols, they said that they did something wrong as well. And so they ended up being like suspended or whatever. So 8 people so far are out of their jobs because, from what I understand, one person had a vendetta and was able to talk the other ones into helping him kill this young man. From what I understand, all they used to work at FedEx, and the girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend, the police ex-girlfriend, worked at FedEx and was dating Tyree or whatever. From what I'm reading in the article and stuff, either way it go, it was senseless, it was unnecessary, it was ridiculous.
But the most scary part of it is you got 4 other police officers that's here to protect and serve, to participate
Correct.
with that ignorance. So it's almost like today a life has no value.
None. I mean, it's just senseless, and it's so ridiculous. And the part that just, I'm a bit of an empath, and so I feel people's energy or whatever. And so the part that hit me so hard was when they said that the boy was calling his mom, while they was like beating him up and killing him, he was calling for his mom, like calling out for his mom. And they said that he had just asked her to fry him some chicken, and he never showed up for the chicken.
Right. And on top of that, they bragged about it, how they beat him.
It's
You
sad.
can hear it on the voice data, how they, I really did this and I did that.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
said that the body cams were released this week.
yeah, it was terrible. And
Yeah.
just to think that this is a young man that did this.
A
as
young
well.
black man,
Right.
and 5 black men
Right.
killed him.
Right. Young men who
And I'm
who
sure
just-
that they didn't even need 5 of them to do that. I mean, he was,
a
like a
little
little
dude.
young
Yeah.
skateboarder.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
come on.
And the fact is that impacts all the families. Even
Yeah.
the ignorant, some of them probably were fathers and all that, that was involved with this. And just, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
And
So
we-
now those police officers, their wives or girlfriends and kids and stuff are growing up without them. And, and of course, that doesn't, of course, that's not helping Tyree's mom at all. She lost a son. Like, he didn't even have a chance. I mean, I don't know if he had children or anything like that, but
Influence is a deep thing. You know what I watched the other day?
what?
That movie Carter High.
Carter High?
And just watching these young kids that had great potential come together with a stupid plan that made no sense at all. And how they just sucked other people to get involved with that, when a lot of them, it wasn't even about the money. You eventually probably was going to end up being a pro player, with the skill set that y'all had. But just let's run to these little stores and just rob these businesses, and just took their lives just, out of whack. That's crazy.
That's crazy. I mean, a couple of them, of course, I knew them. I mean, Carter High School is right here in Dallas.
Right there.
And a couple of them, I knew them. I actually ran into one of the guys the other day at the gym and spoke to him. But yeah, I mean, and I've been able to have conversations with a couple of them, and they were like, if they had to do it all over again, of course they wouldn't do it. And at the time that they were doing it, they just, they didn't think that they would get caught.
Yeah, and they were influenced by the most popular guy that got them, when you become a follower, that's a dangerous thing,
Right.
And you got to make sure when you are following that you are following someone that has your best interest at heart, because people can put you in a bad situation. Like I had a friend that, he did a whole bunch of years because he's riding in a car to get a ride to go somewhere, and they pull the guy over. This guy got a whole bunch of drugs in his
And
trunk.
to this day, because I came up, I guess, in the drug selling era like that, to this day, I don't let people ride with me like that.
Yeah.
And I don't ride with them. Like, I drive my own car. I want to leave when it's time for me to go. I don't let people, like, ride in the car with me unless I know, like, what's going on. Now, I know I have some friends that actually carry and stuff like that. My people know that if I'm in the car with them, more than likely 99% of the time I am carrying, but I am licensed and all of that. And so, and I'm able to show that or prove that so that they won't get in trouble or whatever. Not that I would be in the car with somebody and they throw something under my seat and then they be like, oh, that wasn't mine. Like, what? Hold
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
So
and that happens all the time.
yeah. So I don't know. I don't ride with people and I don't let people ride with me like that. And it's crazy. But anyway, so listen. Y'all go ahead and share, share, share.
No
It's
doubt.
about to go down right now.
Oh, yeah.
We are talking right now at the lunchtime power hour with your girl, Miss Butterfly Beats of Fitness by Nori, myself, and your boy Wayne G.
No doubt.
We're about to talk about relational fitness because y'all know fitness is in every area of your life. So today we're talking about relational fitness, okay? Last week we talked about ways to keep your woman happy. Today we're talking about ways to keep your man happy. And are we ready, G?
Oh yeah. Oh, I got
Number
many
one,
ways.
respect him. A lot of times, if you do not respect a man, that's the only thing that a man requires really is respect. If you're gonna sit here and you're gonna front him out, yell at him in the stores and stuff like that, he is not gonna feel like you respect him. If he asks you to do something and you don't get it done or whatever, that's lack of respect. Men view respect in different ways. If he's asking you, I don't want my woman running around here in no booty shorts. I don't want everyone to see what I got or whatever. And every time you run out the house, you got on them coochie cutters, then he gonna be like, she does not respect me. I don't care how fine she is, how good she look, how good she cook, how good the head is. I'm telling you, he's gonna take all of that and
Damn,
everything is
Nori.
gonna be great. And
said
he's
the
gonna be
head.
like, she don't respect me. And he's not gonna want to go long term with you. Okay? What you say, G?
She talking about how good the head is. What did you do in them 3 days at the house? I'm just
I sit here and wrote this.
you coming back powerful, man. I mean, and you know, just to piggyback on that, you know, the disrespect starts a lot of times because the relationship ain't really working.
Absolutely.
You know, and that's what brings it even to a worse part. You know, it's like I've been around, you know, women that we were cool, but when it was over, it just, you know, it just went in a bad direction because that woman emotions get in the way of seeing things come apart. See, a woman don't want to see things come apart that she really wants.
That she's worked on.
Right.
That she's
She don't want to
invested
see
in.
that come apart. And when she can't control that, that's when the anger comes out. That's when the disrespect comes out. You know, sometimes you got to realize that everybody's not meant to go long term with you.
Right.
You know,
right.
short term.
And a lot of people say, you know, that it's a reason, a season, or a lifetime.
Right.
And that's true, you know.
Right.
But however, whatever the situation is for that particular time, then deal with it at that time.
Right.
No man or woman, far as that goes, but we're talking about men today. No man wants to be disrespected. You cannot stand up to your man in front of his boys. Say, for instance, he got a house full of boys. I posted this video on my page, and it was a video of a guy. He had a couple of his boys over to the apartment, and she comes out in her low cut, high pull up, whatever, and she sat on the little ottoman right in the middle of all the guys. And he was like, babe, go ahead and go to the back. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here entertaining the guys or whatever. She was like, that's okay. I don't have to go to the back. I'm sitting right here. He was like, but these are my friends and I'm entertaining them. Can you go ahead and go to the back? And she was like, but this is my apartment. He said, but I pay half of the rent. I pay half of the bills. Like, go ahead and go to the back. Now, it's no way, first of all, that relationship was not working from the beginning because there's no way,
Right.
one, that she should have felt comfortable to where she can come in there and just plop down in the middle of all those guys. That's number one. Number two, if he asked her to do something, it shouldn't be a back and forth in front of his boys or whatever.
Right.
It's nothing wrong with saying, babe, excuse me, can I speak to you for a second? You know what I'm saying? And y'all talk about it. But back and forth, then you grab his balls, basically, and say, this my apartment.
Right.
The apartment might be in your name, but if he's paying half the bills, it's half his apartment too. Like, some people don't understand, and I'm talking to women specifically, and that's if you want to be with a man. You know, if you want to be with a what do they call them? A little beta male, a little simp, a little boy. You want somebody you can raise and talk to crazy. You want a project, then you go ahead and you do that. But if you want a man, you're not going to be able to disrespect a man. And I'm going to tell you this. Men will allow you to do that one time. One time. And you'll be like, what happened? He will keep sleeping with you. He will keep doing everything he's doing until he finds him somebody else. He is not going to be with you.
Yeah. And yeah, that comes down to another point that when you are in a relationship with the wrong person, it's
Yeah.
just going to get worse because I mean,
Hey, Quentin.
the average man, the average woman, they do not be around their significant other friends.
Right.
When I was dealing with a woman that if I was in a real relationship with them, not someone I'm just messing around with, I don't want to meet your friends like that. I'll know them like, hey, how you doing? But I don't want to meet them because when you around that circle of her friends or he's around or you around his friends, that's when the mess comes in.
Oh, well, it's going to be some mess coming in with mine because you're going to meet my friends. You're going to know my friends going to know you or whatever. Because if I find out that you as my friend is messing with him or him messing with you, I'm going to bust both of y'all heads to the white
that's
meat,
what I'm saying.
And we're going to roll on about our
That's
business.
why I keep my distance.
But
I'll
no,
speak.
that's the
I'll
reason why I
speak.
need them to see each other and meet each other.
Well, I'll speak and I'll know them because they your friends. But me being in a circle, like unless we happen to go out and go somewhere together, and hey, me and my friends, yeah. But just me sitting around them in the house and all that, that's not my place. That's your friends.
Absolutely.
And I'm not trying to have them staring at me. Or a lot of times people will take your man because they see you happy and they not. And they want you to be right where they at. So that's that confusion. I'm not going to be all up in there. I'm not going to have my girl around my friends and stuff like that. No. You know, if we going out somewhere and my friend and his lady is together, me and you together, that's a different thing. But no, just you plop down in the middle of 10 dudes like you want a train to be ran on you or something. What's going on?
Right. That was ridiculous. I mean, it was truly awful. But yeah, number one is respect him. That's number one. If you grab that one, that's gonna take over about 80% of your issues if you respect him.
Right.
The next one is give him space.
Right.
Believe it or not, men do not want to be around you all the time.
No, they don't. No.
They love you. They do. It was one of the comedians. I can't remember his name, but he said, women, we want you around. I mean, we want you around. Like you can be in the kitchen, you can be in the air conditioned vent. You can be somewhere.
Yeah.
We want you around. We just don't want you all up under us. Listen, men want and need their space.
Yeah.
If they looking at the game, let them look at the game. I don't care. Don't go in there in your lingerie and trying to distract them from the game and all of that. They gonna do what they need to do and they gonna still be mad because you done made them miss the fourth quarter of the game.
Well, I hit it and watch TV at the same time.
See? And then you gonna get mad because he ain't paying you no attention. He's paying attention to what he want to pay attention to, but he still got a feeling and he gonna make that happen and keep it pushing. They need space. So if they want to go and they want to have a weekend or one of the days on the weekends with their homeboys, they want to do a boys' night out. They want to go to the bar and look at the game and have a drink. Of course you want to check in, make sure you got to know your dude. If he get drunk and he can't drive and stuff like that, you want to put stuff in place for that. Hey, tell his boys, hey, if it get too bad, call me. I'll come pick him up, whatever. But you don't need to be going up to the Chili's to see if he up there, Listen.
When the best relationships was when there was no social media.
Well, that's what they say.
No cell phones. Yeah. None of that. When I go out the door, I actually miss my lady by the end of the day.
Yeah.
We didn't have no contact.
Yeah.
Unless you had a payphone that you hung in front of that she can call you from
there.
He
said payphone.
When we was on the corner out there in New York, we have our little corner, we hustling, the payphone right there.
Payphone ring.
Yeah, but I mean, otherwise, you're not gonna talk to your girl that whole day. There's nobody gonna see you on the street that can call her and show her pictures. Girl, that dude say he was gonna be over here. He over here right now. It was so much to keep that extra out of your relationships, and all you did was miss each other all day. And by the end of the day, when you see each other, you actually was happy to see each other.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, if that's what you say, because some of them was dipping and dabbling. They had whole other families over there.
Yeah, they were. But then you had people that was really this good.
Yeah.
We used to be hustling out there on the streets. My dude, by 6 o'clock every day, he up out of there, and we like, yo, where you going?
To the house.
Man, my lady cooking. And see, that one thing was that thing that can pull him out the streets.
Right.
That cooked dinner by the woman that he loved, that got him out the streets every day at a certain time.
Which was number 3. Yes. Ladies, cook for him.
Yes.
Listen, if you don't know how to cook, that's understandable. Guess what? They got a whole educational channel called YouTube University,
damn
okay?
right.
Anything you want to cook, you can go on there and you can see what to cook for your man on YouTube, okay? Take your time, scroll through, figure out what it is you want to cook, go and get the ingredients and take your time and cook it. Cook it for yourself first. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? See how it tastes and stuff like that, and then cook it for him. You know, don't fix him no slop and don't put no love and stuff into it. Cause understand this, what you won't do, and it's the same way on the other side. What you won't do, another woman will. What he won't do, another man will. Get it?
Yep.
But if you putting some love and some care into that, he gonna understand that, and he gonna see. Most men know that they woman. If you are a woman that can't cook, most men know that you can't cook. Girl, let's be real. Most of them know you can't cook. But if you put some time into it, some effort, he's going to appreciate that.
Yeah.
You know? So cook for him. Like G said, that one thing, it brought that man out the street.
Yeah.
Every day he was clocking out from that corner at 6 o'clock to go home and
Yeah,
eat.
and making money. You know, but hey, tomorrow's another day. You know, I'm going home with my boo because she done made, you know, so if y'all can make real nice TikTok videos and put all the filters on it and all that, you can learn to cook.
You can learn to cook.
Yeah, that's more difficult doing that than cooking.
You can learn to cook. So for me, it's a little bit different. I was raised by my grandmother. So, of course, we was in the kitchen with her. You know, we had to cut vegetables and we had to, you know, dice the potatoes and we had to do all kind of stuff. So we had to end up learning to cook. And my grandmother taught the boys and the girls how to cook because she said it was a time that what if you do get married and something happened to your wife? You got to be able to take care of her too. So my grandmother made sure that everybody knew how to cook, clean, wash their own clothes, all of that, you know. So for me, I know how to cook. If there's something that I don't know how to cook, I know how to figure it out. Still got aunts. My biological mother is still here I can reach out to. So, you know, but cook.
You guys
for
get
him.
on it. Nori's situational. She can cook and all that, work out, fine, built. Come on, guys.
Stop trying to auction me off.
You're pissing me off, guys. Come on.
Stop it.
Get on
Okay. So, of course, we have respect him, give him space, and cook for him. The next one is compliment him. Ladies, men love to be complimented too. I know you like for him to be like, oh, my baby fine, oh, my baby cute. You get the blush and he kissing all on you. But men like that too. Oh, wait a minute. My baby look good. Y'all heard me talking about G. G done lost his belly, his shirt too big, shoulders broad. Like, men like that too.
Yeah, I feel good.
I tell a man, like, if I see a guy in the store, in the mall, in the restaurant, wherever, if he got on some nice shoes or something and I see it, I'm going to compliment him. He got a nice haircut. I'm going to compliment him. I don't got to know him. I don't got to want him. He can be with his woman. I'll be like, oh my God, nice shoes. Or I'll be like, I like that haircut, G. You looking good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the way it used to be.
Like,
you know? Yeah.
That's what I do. Or if he's with his woman, I'll be like, girl, you sure got him with that nice haircut. You know, she gonna smile and he gonna smile. He looking like, hey, she ain't took me to get no haircut. I went got my own haircut. You know what I'm saying? But you just give him a compliment. And baby, I love me a nice smelling man. I'm gonna be like, ooh, what cologne is that you got on? You know, if he with his woman, I'm gonna be like, girl, what cologne is that he got? I need to get that for my man. I don't even have no man. Okay.
Guys.
But I'm gonna compliment him. I love a nice smelling man.
You hear that, guys? She giving you all the ingredients.
Compliment him, ladies. Compliment
Yes.
him. He like to hear it too. You know, if his stuff is too big and he looking a mess, and y'all know if you wear big clothes and stuff like that, it makes you look sloppy, right? So get you something that fits a little bit. If his stuff is too big or whatever, ladies, go get him something that you like to see him in. You get it.
Yeah, call him Big Daddy, even if he ain't.
Baby.
Just hype him up.
You
Make
call a
him feel
man
good.
daddy. I don't know what it is about daddy. They start calling them zaddy. I don't know what it is about the word. I guess it makes them feel responsible or whatever.
Yeah.
But you call them that, I mean, they normally kick in. Like something happens.
All his little kids be like, that's our sister? What the fuck is going on here? Excuse me. The hell is going on?
I cannot. That's our sister. She look a little old, daddy.
Yeah. These kids don't know when you call them daddy. You know, you confuse them. You know.
Yeah, you might not want to call them daddy around the kids.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Oh my God. But ladies, compliment him, okay? Compliment him. My next one is surprise him.
Yes.
Men like surprises too. You know, of course, women, we want that, follow the rose petals to the room. And then on the bed, it's got I love you written in rose petals. You got balloons and you got flowers and all of this stuff. Yes, we love that. Okay. We love the ambiance and we love the antics. Okay.
Yeah.
We love all of that. But guess what? Men do too. They like for you to do little stuff like put the little rose petals down, put a note on the door. When he get to the door, he gonna be like, who the hell done put this note on this door for my woman? So of course he gonna read it. So when he read the note, it's going to give him a clue and tell him to do something, then he's going to walk and do that where there's another note. And then but these are things that you're going to take time and it's going to have to be intentional and you're going to have to use effort in order to do these things.
Right.
And then when he get there, you might be the surprise, baby, to pop out the cake. Or you might be the surprise to step out of the, you have him to come to the restroom or something and you step out the shower. Like whatever that surprise is, but men like surprises too.
No doubt.
Men like gifts as well.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're always expecting for him to buy you a gift, there's nothing wrong with you going to get him a gift. And the crazy part is they like simple gifts like watches, wallets, belts. They like simple stuff.
Yeah,
shoes,
not a Gucci bag and
hats,
Louis Vuitton bag. It's simple with us.
They like simple stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So ladies, you get them a shirt and a cap to match. They're going to be like, all right, throw it on with some jeans. My boo got me this. Most of the men nowadays love them some Jordans. So guys, come on. Like, surprise them sometimes. It's nothing wrong with getting them a gift.
Well, if you're going to do all that work and put the rose petals and all that, just make sure he didn't stop off and get none of my drops, just making people go blind.
So he won't be able to see
He
it.
won't see none of that. You know what I'm saying? So just make sure you tell him in the morning, baby, don't get them eye drops.
Don't get no eye drops,
Yeah,
babe.
you know what I'm saying? But yeah, she's telling you right. And these are the things that women used to take time to do. They really wanted to be sexy to their men. They wanted to bring that romance
Right.
into relationships. Today it's like a sex thing, but it's not no real romance involved with the sex.
And women have to understand that men are visual.
Yeah.
Okay. So they like to see, I was talking to a friend the other day and he was saying like he doesn't like big women. I said, well, what is big women? Because there are women that are thick and they still fine. He was like, I mean, that's thick or whatever. I don't like big women. Like and this is a conversation that he and I were having. He was like, when they're really big like that, it shows that they don't care about themselves. I said, that's not necessarily true. He was like, they just go and they just want to eat and stuff. They're not working out. They're not taking care of themselves and stuff like that. And I understood where he was coming from, but ladies, think about it. Men are visual, and a lot of women will be like, well, he don't like it. Somebody else will like it.
I do.
And I mean, well, gee, there you go.
I'll knock a giant down.
You what?
I'll knock a giant down. I'm like Jack, the giant slayer.
You'll knock a giant down.
Yeah, if they big, I mean, listen, if you do right, you make her lose weight. You know what I'm saying? I mean, sometimes.
But see, that's the point. Like, you can help a person do that if that person wants to do that. But what if she enjoys being big?
Well, then she cooks. See, y'all talk about the little pretty woman that ain't cooking. Go get you a big woman. And if you got a side chick, go get a big side chick. And that way you be able to eat.
Listen, and this is the ways to keep your man
Your
happy
big side
from
chick.
Nori's perspective.
I'm just saying, listen.
We don't want no side chicks, G.
Listen.
Like, come on now.
I'm just saying.
That's why we're trying to keep the man happy.
Right. But I'm talking to the guys that is no hope at all, and you're hungry and you're starving. You know what I'm saying? Listen, find a big woman. See, one thing I learned, when I was in New York City, I never dated a big girl. When I came to Texas,
You got your big girl that's going.
I got me a big girl,
I'm done.
and I noticed that big women are very different. First of all, a lot of times big women do extra to keep themselves up because they have to. They not that looker that someone is just going to look and see them and say, ooh, like that girl. You got some men that can put on a tank top t-shirt and a pair of jeans and look damn good in it and don't have to do that,
Right.
Then you got other cats that they not proportionate like that. So they got to kind of put a nice outfit on that matches up where you get their attention and just say, oh, okay, you look nice. So big women, they will cook for you. They will do whatever. Hell, if you fall short on your bills, they there. You know what I'm saying? Because they learn to love their men harder because they have to. They
And
have to
see,
go
and
that extra mile.
that's something that you said, because they have to.
They have to.
That you don't want to put yourself, ladies, in a position to where you have to accept some things or whatever because of your physical abilities or whatever, or how you look or whatever. Like, listen. Fitness by Nori is here to assist you in all of your health and wellness goals,
Right,
okay?
right.
And we also talk about quality of life too. So that's why I teach a couple of line dances. So when you go out, you can line dance. We talk about the pelvic floor and we do exercises to strengthen that. We do all kind of stuff. Like right now I'm talking about relational fitness, because we're not accepting just no anything because we're heavy girls. We don't have to accept anything. Like he's saying, you have to because you're big.
Yeah, a lot of times they do. They feel like, but
we
I'm
gonna do
just letting
something
you know, you got a home here, big, small, short, tall. We
done.
can have a ball. I'm just saying.
no-
Listen. I don't discriminate. You know, when you get a certain age, you have to recognize that
That's a shame.
people is made up of different ways.
True.
You know, the whole thing I see is your heart.
But that's the thing. We don't want to get to, what are you, G, 62? We don't want to get to 62 and we're single or whatever. And so we're accepting any and everything. We want to be able to make those decisions
Right.
in our 30s and 40s and grab somebody and live out life with them and be happy and grow and have some things with. So to recap a couple of those things, we got respect him, give him space, cook for him, compliment him, surprise him, ladies. And this is one that a lot of women, and I don't know if it's because you were taught a different way or whatever, but you need to be spontaneous in the bedroom, okay? You need to start it. We always want them to come and them to initiate it and stuff like that. You do it. You do it. They want to be loved on and kissed on and rubbed on and touched on. They want to do it too. So you do it. Be spontaneous in the bedroom. Don't always be, I like missionary 1, 2, pump, 1, 2, pump, 1, and we're done. No. He gonna be like, damn, are we in the military? Is this a drill sergeant or what?
Yeah, that's why I said I could never date a woman like you. You too much in good shape. Nigga had a heart attack, laid out, dead as hell. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you too much in good shape. You know what I'm saying? I gotta have a woman that's half-ass out of shape. So after a couple of hours, I done wore her ass out. I'm feeling like a good man. You get you a fitness trainer, 2 hours, she be looking at you and you be suffering.
No, that is not true.
Nah, baby. Nah.
That's not true. I'm like Bernie Mac. What are we yelling for 2 hours for? Woo, woo,
I'm
woo.
just saying.
Look, bust a nut so you can go to sleep. Listen,
I see you
I'm
work
not
out
no 2 hours.
I
but
see you work out in that room. It's intense. Even if it's an hour, that's a tense drill of 1 hour. Come on, man. Ain't no way in the world you gonna take a tired ass late as hard as you be working out. And then stop. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, y'all. You're getting there. Come on. You're getting there. You be telling, man, that dude been drop dead on you, man. Yeah.
I'm finna shut the show.
I'm just saying, you ain't gonna stop my heart.
Hey, Terry, this is crazy. Listen, y'all, make sure y'all share. Yeah. I am not that girl to be in here, no 1, 2, all of that. Listen, I'm saying be spontaneous in the bedroom. Do a little some things that he wants to do sometimes or whatever, Now, listen. There are some things that women do not get into, and I don't want to talk about it because this will take the conversation a whole nother way if we start talking about it with G, because G does not like it at all. But like dealing with like anal sex and oral sex and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Like some women don't deal with that. So you have to know your woman, you have to know your man. But ladies, you're gonna have to be a little bit spontaneous. Like if he wanna do some things, I had one girlfriend, she say, I like when he put his finger in my butt. I was like, what?
Oh yeah.
So listen.
What's her name?
No, I'm not gonna tell you. So listen, you gotta be a little spontaneous.
Yeah,
have
you do.
fun. You know what I'm saying? It needs to be fun. All right. So be spontaneous. Motivate him when he is trying. You know when he's trying. You know when he's sitting on the couch playing video games and ain't doing a darn thing. You know the difference. So encourage him, baby. Good job. Oh, baby, I see you went and did this today. How did it work out? Talk to him. Let him know that I see what you're doing. I support you. And you know what? Encourage him. Motivate him.
Yeah.
You got this. Go ahead, G.
Oh yeah, I'm agreeing with you when you said that, and do things like something crazy like send him a message and say I cooked you one hell of a dinner, and then go get you a big plate and set your ass on that plate with an apple in your mouth on the bed. So when he walk in, say, buffet is ready. That's initiating. That's initiation.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
I don't know about a plate. That's gonna be one hell of a plate.
Yeah, find you one of them big plates and set your ass right on that plate.
One of them big serving trays.
Yeah, set your ass right on there and just say, you know.
What'd you say? Put an apple in your mouth.
Put an apple in your mouth, like, you know what I'm saying? This is basically, yo, buffet is served. You know what I'm saying?
I'm done. I cannot.
All you can eat.
All you can eat.
Yeah.
But guys, yes, you're gonna be spontaneous and motivate him.
Yeah.
Encourage him, that let him know that you see what he's doing.
Yes.
And encourage him, okay? Make him feel safe. This is a big one, ladies. A lot of us want him to talk to us. We want him to open up his heart to us and, everything. Unlock the safe, open it up, and just give it all to me. But let's be real. Some of you ladies don't know how to handle that. If he trusts you with some of his deepest, darkest secrets, when you get mad at him, they're going to come up. If he tell you that he was molested when he was 7 years old by his uncle, when you get mad at him, you're going to be like, that's why you old punk ass nigga, and blah, blah. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, that's not acceptable. You can't ask him to open up his heart to you, and then you turn around and regurgitate that when you're angry.
Right.
He's never gonna, and I would tell you this, if you ever get a man to open up his heart to you and you do that, you vomit up in his face, he will never do it again. Right. You have just lost him. I swear for God, he will never do it again. I don't care how much counseling you go to. I don't care how many. I don't care if he stay with you for another 20, 30 years. He's not going to open his heart up to you again. One thing men do not do, they do not forget when their heart has been bruised like that. That's why they say it's easy for a woman to forgive a man when he done cheated. But when a woman done cheated on a man or whatever, he knows that somebody else been up in his woman, it's hard for him to forgive that. There are men that do it, but most of them, it's a no-no. When their heart's been bruised, they handle it a different way.
Oh, yeah. I can attest to that. One of my boys, same thing. Him and his lady, she was messing around on a job, and he found out, and it's been like, a few years now. They still live together, but he doesn't deal with her like that. They raising the kids and all that, but he say, man, I'll never, because that's, you violated me.
He don't trust her.
Yeah.
He don't trust her. He might still have sex with her and everything.
No, he didn't even have sex with her.
Well, there
because he was like, yo, if you seen the dude she was messing around with, and he's a good looking brother. So that's even more confusing when, what I was just saying about the big girl and stuff like that, well, she was with a big dude. And it's just like, he couldn't even understand that. And so, I don't know. That's why, it's real imperative that you meet someone that is right for you, not meet someone that's just with you.
Right.
Because it's going to be problems. Right. First of all, to respect what you said. It's certain things that I know once upon a time, even if a woman was approached by a man and he tried to talk to her, she would think about that man she with and say, man, that nigga killed me. I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? So, in the same thing with a man, my woman find out. Nah, I'm not doing that. See, you had fear, even though it was respect, but it turned to almost like fear of what would happen if you went outside your relationship.
And that's what I said last week. Like, how can two walk together unless they agree?
Bring your mic up a little.
Huh?
Bring your mic up a little.
Oh, remember when I talked about last week, how can two walk together unless they agree, right?
Right.
Remember the agreement that you guys had together. Even if she's not doing what she's supposed to do or he's not doing what he's supposed to do, remember your agreement. And then you have to learn how to work through issues. You have to learn conflict resolution. And a lot of people don't know how to do that without getting angry, without letting their emotions take over and stuff like that. But ladies, I'm telling you, if you make a man feel safe, if you give him a place to come and he have peace, if you respect him, Baby, you cook for him and surprise him every now and then, give him compliments and stuff like that. Baby, he ain't going nowhere because
Right.
he ain't gonna be able to get all of that in one package at one place.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The side chick will do it for a little bit, but when you stop giving her little coins and paying her bills and stuff like that, then she gonna start clowning on them too.
Yeah.
You know? So listen, I'm telling you some stuff to do. Don't take him for granted. Don't take him for granted. I don't care what he's doing. I don't care if he's paying all the bills and he's loving on you. He's taking the kids and picking them up and dropping them off and do everything that he's doing is great. Every now and then you need to interject yourself and say, hey, baby, let me do this or let me do that. Don't take him for granted.
Well, when I used to be out there in Oak Cliff, selling my music and stuff, I used to go to a lot of hair salons and barbershops, and you really get to hear both sides. You get to hear both sides of the story. You go into the barbershop, they talking about the women,
Right.
You go into the hair salon. So, one time I'm in a hair salon and I hear the women talking and stuff, and the girl was like, yeah, that nigga's weak. And that's why I be doing this and doing that. He give me what he want. He's just trick. I said, well, what if he was just raised right? I said, what if he was raised with seeing his daddy provide and take care of his mother? That don't make him weak because he cares about the woman that he's with and want to see you with things. I say some people is grown up into that thing. If you see your daddy every day in that house with you, your perspective of how you treat your woman will be different from a guy that grew up with no daddy,
Right.
and the mother basically was there, but then she wasn't there. He didn't get that structure of seeing how a man is supposed to operate, and that's why they say a woman can't raise a young man.
Right.
You make him be there as a guardian, but you're not giving him what he needs to have. He needs to see it from both sides. When you say these boys is so weak today and the women is stronger because the women have made the young men weaker.
Right.
You want your son because you love him so much, you want him to go through less. When as a man, he has to go through more. Because in this world that we live in,
You only learn through trial and error.
right, and the man is the target. The black man is the target
Absolutely.
in this world. You as a black woman, you're not the target. They done what they needed to do to us as a race by separating our black women from the men because
Right.
the black woman was what built our men, even when they couldn't work. Our fathers come home from a hard day's work, being slave, being called a nigga, and there was nothing they can do back then. There
Yep.
was no organizations that if you
Right.
be talked to the wrong way that you can go to. So when our fathers came home, a lot of times they felt useless after how they were treated in that world out there.
But that woman would lift
That
them up
woman,
and build
right,
them up. Yep.
right, gave them the purpose to say, baby, listen, we're doing it for the family. We're doing this. The woman was the reasoning. That's why when they like, yo, the man's the head of, no, the man has never been the head of the house. He's been the provider of the house, but the woman has been the head of the house. When we had issues in school, my mother was there, not my father.
Right. Right.
When we had this, mama was there.
Right.
If I fought on the streets, mama was there. Dad was working. Mama,
Right.
he didn't know nothing about no damn fight unless she decided to tell him. Many a times we messed up in school. I ain't gonna tell your father.
Right.
She held that and pushed you to do better. So, at the end of the day, our woman is such a great structure to us. When you see these men out here and they dressing up and they doing all this, it's for you. They want to impress you.
Yep.
When women dress up, they want to impress each other. They don't really do it for the men no more.
Yeah.
They doing it to be the flyest one out of all the women. Yeah, she ain't got nothing on me. So we got to get back to understanding that we're nothing if we don't have each other and we're growing amongst each other. That's why our kids are out there. You don't see a bunch of white kids gangbanging the way you see a bunch of black kids because our black kids need to have a family.
Right.
And they're not getting it in the house of a family anymore, so they're going out to the streets to find a family. We have to do better. Treat yourself right, and you will know how to treat your man right, too.
Right. Hey, DJ Sean.
DJ Sean.
Y'all heard that from G. Y'all heard it from a man, coming straight from a man. Ladies, listen. We trying to get y'all some of this game. Look, this from Nori's perspective. So, look, don't take your man for granted. Listen, I was listening to, I looked at, who is it? 50 Cent. I read his book, Hustle Hard, Hustle
Right.
Smarter, not harder or whatever.
Right.
I read the book and he was saying how his granddad, Was that in the book or on one of his shows that I was looking at? Anyway, he was talking about how his granddad would work and he would bring his grandmother the whole check. And he was like, say, do you go to work for like 2 weeks and bring her the whole check or whatever? He said, yes, because at that point, then she knows what we can and can't afford. And then she won't be looking for everything like, I want this, I want that, because she know that we can't afford it. You know, which is now, of course, 50 Cent has more money or whatever than his grandparents and stuff. But that's why he take care of his women the way that he do. You know what I'm saying? Because he was taught that through his granddad. You know, and even though 50 Cent is this hard dude and they talk about him being petty or whatever, I love 50 Cent. I do. I love the way that, you know, the things that he stand for and his disciplines. So,
and he rebuilt himself as a man. You know, you talking about going from a drug dealer to a rapper to a producer,
right?
That's putting out major shows
movies.
Out there. You know what I mean? So that's how you look and see. He didn't come from nowhere like he was around Francis Coppola, these great producers. He had to become one with his own imagination to be able to do the things that he does. So yeah, I take my hat off to him. You know, you know.
So ladies, don't take your man for granted, and then trust him to lead. Trust him to lead. You know, even if he make a mistake, you can communicate with him, but trust him to lead. You know, when he makes a mistake, because he will, he's human.
Well, he got to.
When he makes a mistake, it's not for you to correct him. That's not your job. And I know it might be hard for you to wait a minute, he leading me or whatever. Well, if that's the man that you trust to be with, then that's the man that you have entrusted to lead you. So if he make a mistake, it's not your job to correct him. You can communicate with him and talk to him about it and see what you can do to help. But don't go to him fussing, ranting, raving, yelling, and cussing and all of that. What are you doing? What you bringing to the table to help that situation?
Right.
You know, you need to trust him to lead you. Most men want their woman happy. Most men want y'all happy. They want us to be happy. They don't want us to be sad. They don't want us to be running around here crying. They don't want us on the phone with our girlfriends, dogging them out and talking about them. They want us happy. You know? Happy, you know, they say the happy wife is a happy life. The happy woman does make the man happy or whatever, but you have to be happy within yourself. You can't expect for that man or that woman to make you happy. You have to be happy within yourself. But these are some things that you can do to keep them there.
Right.
These are some things that you can do to add, to implement and help. You know, you got to trust that man to lead. You can't fuss at him and be pulling and tugging on him every which way he go, every decision he make. You got to trust him. If this is the man that you have chosen to be in front of your life, the head of your life or whatever, then you got to trust him. And it's not your job to whoop him or discipline him or whatever if he make a mistake. We learn from our mistakes.
Right. And another thing is, a lot of times when you run into someone, you got to see where they at when you met them. Right. You know, some people are just starting to climb the stairs when you met them. Now you may get with someone and right off the back, y'all have a baby.
Yeah.
Now you done pushed something into that person's life that they wasn't really ready for at that moment. Yep. So now he has to scramble on the fly, because at first he just had to worry about him eating. You know, now he got to worry about you, the child, and all that.
Yep.
You know, if he was living with his mama and you pull him off into your house, he wasn't ready to structurally to even support himself.
Yep.
You know, on his own. So now you bringing him into your own and saying, hey, I need you to do this. I need you to do that. Sometimes we push people into zones that they're not ready for, and they struggle before they get there. You have to see if that person really have the potential to get where they need to be, or can you give them advice or try to open some doors to help them along the way. But you have to trust and see, just like your children. You have to see how smart your kids are. You can't protect them all the way from first grade into college.
Right.
You gotta, is a certain point when your kids get 14, 15, 16, you gotta sit back and let them start making some decisions.
Right.
Because you need to see how smart are they.
Yeah, and what they're going to do when they make the mistakes.
Right.
And then you can help them work through those mistakes because you're teaching them and training them.
Right, because your kid goes off to college. This is the first time they are unstructured now. They don't have anybody that basically tell them before they even done it. When we look at our kids, we know what you get ready to do before you do it, stupid. Don't do that. But when they go to school, there's no longer nobody that can see them dumb mistakes they heading towards. So that's why a lot of times you have to let your kids also make those mistakes so you can see how smart they are. Because just because they our kids, that don't make them smart. We all of us want to, oh, my kid is this, my kid is that, and they really not. You need to really see how smart your kids, so when they do move off, and just like your man, when he walk out the door, you don't worry about another woman because you already know what you got. Now, if you dating a man and you never got to that point to have that understanding with him, every time he walk out the door, it's a scary adventure because you don't know what he's subject to being to.
Right.
So it's about knowing who you be with, having an understanding where this guy can show you on his own, not something that you set up for him.
Right.
Like, just sit back.
Right.
Because you shouldn't bring anybody into your life where you couldn't pay the bills on your own any damn way.
Right.
Now,
all right, ladies. Now listen. Look, we done gave y'all some tips and some tools and all of that. Hopefully you guys shared this. Now, we're going to give you something really quick. Actions speak louder than words. Now, we're not telling none of y'all to run around here and be no crash dummies, okay?
Right.
Action speaks louder than words. When a man is interested in you, he will not make excuses for trying to be around you,
right.
Okay? When he is committed, he makes adjustments for you. A man who likes you, he will make time for you. He will make adjustments to be around you. When he likes you, he wants to be around you. Baby, let's grab lunch. I got something coming up in business or whatever, but I got a break at this time. Let's meet at this time or whatever. He will find a way to have you involved in what he has going on. That's if he likes you, okay? If he's always doing something, he's busy, he got to do stuff with the kids every time. Now, don't get me wrong, because there are some men that take care of their kids, but every time he's using the kids as an excuse, he got to do something with the kids, he's just busy. A man will make adjustments or alterations in his life. If he's willing to change up his lifestyle to fit you in it, that's what you need to look at. All right. We ain't telling you to be no crash dummies. Again, action speaks louder than words. The same relationship tips that I gave last week for the men, I'm going to give you women. All right. Relationships are not 50-50. They are 100-100. And what I mean by that is focus on becoming the best version of you before you get into a relationship. Focus on becoming the best version of you before you get in a relationship. Learn to love yourself before trying to love anyone else, okay? People can see how you love yourself, and people will treat you how you treat yourself, all right? Men and women, they see low-hanging fruit, and they know if they can run through you and treat you dirty and treat you bad, they'll do it. You know what I'm saying? A sucker gonna get licked. You know what I'm saying? So listen. Learn to love yourself before trying to love someone else. Learn to communicate your needs and your desires. Everything doesn't have to be emotional. We don't always have to end up at 10. Learn to talk out things and express your desires and your needs and your wants. And if that person is not listening, be male or female, if that person is not listening, then that is not the person for you. Men want to see their woman happy. So they don't want you always coming to them telling them that they're not on point. So if there's something going on and you bring it to them in a nice, kind way, they're going to listen to you and they're going to make the adjustment because they want to be with you. Okay. So learn to communicate your needs and your desires. A relationship can grow if you nurture it. And like anything else, if you nurture it and water it, it will grow. So if you nurture it with love and water it and stuff, it will grow. So these are just a couple of tips these are Nori-isms, okay? This is from Fitness by Nori. And we're talking about relational fitness today. We gave y'all some ways to keep your man happy. Last week, we gave you ways to keep your woman happy. Hopefully these helped. Guys, make sure you share them. And let me know how it comes out, how it turns out. Again, we're not telling nobody to be no doormat and no fool. No. You know if somebody care about you or not. You know if somebody want to be with you or not. You know if you're trying to force a relationship or not. Don't do that because people will see that that's how you're treating yourself and they'll continue to dog you out because you're dogging yourself out running behind them. So That's all I got, G. What you got?
Well, I'm just saying, you touched on everything, and this is not a competition.
It's not.
This is
Well, we should be trying to outlove each other.
no. I'm just saying, it's not a competition between you and the man. It's about y'all coming up together,
Right.
because we are going into a world that's different now, and it's going to be hard for one person in this world to come through it and be all right, because right now our economy is up and down. We don't know what's going to be next. We got gas prices that may never
Lord.
come back to reality again. It may be 3 and better from now on. I mean, you remember once upon a time it was $1 and change.
Child, I remember when gas was 99 cents.
Right, and it made its way to the 2s and it never came down. Now we in the 3s, and it's just back and forth. So, if you want to be with someone that you can feel comfortable, protected, stable, and stability doesn't always mean financial. It means just if you're stable, you can get your finances to be better. But if you unstable, it's hard to come up with a plan to do anything to better your situation in life. So I'm just, if you really need someone to talk to, let me know. Get your big plate and call me. You know what I'm saying?
Guys, if you want to be with someone, make sure that the energy is there and be with that person. It doesn't have to be that hard. We make it difficult because we looking at what everybody else got. We looking on social media. We looking at all this stuff. Like, listen, make your own standards. Let people follow you. You be the relationship goes. Let people follow you.
Forget what they got. You got longevity. And that means a lot. I mean, coming up, I came up with a lot of cats that lost their lives in their early 20s. When you hear about Rich Porter, that they made the movie Paid in Full. I grew up around those cats. And if you think he could do it all again and wouldn't trade all that money and all that to be here, Rich left here at 23 years old. His little brother that they kidnapped and killed, he was 12 years old.
Oh, wow.
So when you signed up for that, you never thought, I'm going to get my little brother killed.
Right.
Your mother never thought she'd lose her 2 babies at, a young age like that. So the decisions we make, when you got longevity, you can always make your life better. I've made my life better. The longevity that I seen, it made me not take chances in life that I seen a lot of my brothers and friends take and die from it. We just got to get better and understand, do not crowd yourself with something that you can't grow with.
DJ Sean say you're right. Social media is destroying people's lives.
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand where you're coming from with that, but I don't necessarily agree with that. I mean, if we're not doing things that we don't have a problem with being out in social media, then it shouldn't be a problem.
Well, Nori, the whole fact of the matter is, when you have someone that feeds in to this social media thing was put there to destroy lives and relationships. And it has. There was a lot of people in relationships before social media came on. MySpace was the first start of the hell. You started seeing the naked women everywhere and all that. See, all the stuff that we see today, if you are a weak-minded person, that's called temptations. If you looking at all these women on these TikTok videos and they shaking these big butts, they leading you right to the porn sites now. Because you are seeing sexual stuff in your face all day long. I don't walk down
imagery.
I don't walk down the street and see a bunch of women shaking their big butts up and down the street. I'm seeing it online. And then even if I'm going there to collaborate with my friends or promote my business, everywhere I look, I'm seeing these big booty, fine, good-looking women. And to some men, if you never had that, see, I had that most of my life. Big, fine women like that. A lot of men haven't. And that can ruin your relationship because you looking at this and now you all in their inbox. I'm watching women and I'm seeing the comments. I always go to the comments and look. And I'm seeing all these guys, man, I would marry you. And this, what a chick that's walking with booty shorts on and shaking her ass, and that's who you would want to be your wife. But this is what I'm saying. This was put there for the separation of us.
Well, We've
So
given
who,
them
who
some
my man was it that just said that?
DJ Shine.
Yeah, that's right, Sean. See, DJs know better.
We've given them some tools, and hopefully, this will help you guys. Listen, this has been your lunchtime power hour with your girl Fitness by Nori, with your girl Miss Butterfly Beast of Fitness by Nori, your boy Wayne G.
No doubt.
So hopefully these tips help you guys. You got it from a woman's perspective. You got it from a man's perspective. Last week we did ways to keep your woman happy. Today we did ways to keep man happy. So listen, we're trying to create relationships and create love up in here. Y'all let us know how we doing. Hopefully we see some growth out of this thing soon. He right because you see it in the clubs. Okay, DJ Shine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See, DJs are very smart. Cause first of all,
Because y'all see everything.
right, and DJ Shine has gotten a lot of women. You know,
Okay.
when you a DJ, that comes with it.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we don't want them to be with a lot of women. We don't want them to be with a lot of men. We want them to
listen.
find that one or two that's good for them and keep it moving. Okay.
Yeah,
Listen.
but you a DJ, that comes with it.
That comes with it.
Yeah, you know. Listen.
All right. Well, I think that's gonna do it for me, G. What about you?
Hey, I'm so happy and you looking good. And,
Well,
and
thank you. You're looking good, G.
yeah. Well,
Y'all make sure y'all come to the class tomorrow, 7 a.m. We have circuit, 8 a.m. We have HIT, the total body experience. So make sure that you are at DeSoto Recreation Center, 211 East Pleasant Run Road in DeSoto, Texas. 211 East Pleasant Run Road in DeSoto, Texas. You can Google it, DeSoto Recreation Center. It'll give you the directions. You can come right on to us. All right. We're there Monday through Thursday, 5 a.m., Monday through Thursday, 7 p.m. And then, of course, on Saturdays, 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. So hopefully I'll see you guys there. I'm your girl, Miss Butterfly Beast of Fitness by Nori, and we're out.
No doubt. Let's put that advertisement up so they can make sure they
That they see it.
Hey, you look good in them pictures, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're gonna get you a man soon.
Why you keep trying to auction me
Man,
off?
Nori,
I don't understand.
I want everybody to be happy. When I close my eyes, I want everybody to make sure I left a whole bunch of happy people. You deserve a man.
I
You're
do.
a good woman.
I do.
And we're gonna find that.
Everybody don't deserve me though. So
Yeah, but me and you we're gonna go out and we're gonna ride the city when it start getting nice, and I'm gonna pick out something for you.
You gonna pick out some?
Yeah,
I'm gonna pick out something for
we
you.
gonna pull up
like
on
you
the-
gonna pick out a pair of jeans.
Yeah, we're gonna pull up on a random guy, and I'm gonna do a test on him. I'm gonna see, what his mentality is. Then I'm gonna bring you out the truck and let them see.
Out the trunk.
Yeah, I'm gonna put you in the truck, and I'm gonna go talk to them and just kind of interview them about how would they treat a good woman if they had one, and blah blah blah.
And then I'm gonna pop out the trunk. He gonna
Out
be
the
like,
trunk.
"Well, at least I know I can tie her up." What?
Yeah.
No.
And then I let them know that's the prize you just won, brother. You had the best answer in the Metroplex.
Oh my God. All right, guys. I'll see you. Those that don't show up tomorrow, I will see you next week.
And
You guys have an amazing day.
Big shout out to my girl Cecil. What's her name? Cecil.
I'm gonna let you say it. Celestina
Celestina
Cisneros.
Cisneros.
Tina, this man is in love with you.
Oh, that's my girl, man. I mean, I really, I dig her. I dig her pain, and I dig how she got up from it.
Yep.
You know
and
what I mean?
she's doing amazing things
Yeah,
too.
that's my girl, Cisneros. Say Tina, tell her I got
All right, guys. This has been your lunchtime power hour. Y'all have an amazing day. Peace out.
Beyond.
You crazy.